Hi, I'm Kenny from DStudio, and in this tutorial I will show you the purpose of TaskTypes in 4D Virtual Builder version 3.2. As you can see, I've opened up the model that I've created in our last tutorial, where I showed you how to create tasks and link them to SketchUp entities. Now let me quickly open up my Gantt chart window. And as you can see, every task has a linked task type to it. Now, what is a task type actually? A task type is some kind of intelligence that determines how those SketchUp entities should behave during the different time spans of a task. How should this entity behave when the task hasn't started yet, when the task is started but hasn't finished yet, and when the task has finished. Now, by clicking on this arrow, you can see all the task types that are available in this project. By default, there are 6 task types available: construction, demolition, environment, logistics, finishing, and groundworks. Now, every task type has 4 phases: the pre-phase state, the active phase state, post-phase state, and a changed phase state. The changed phase state is something I'd like to skip in this tutorial, because I will cover that up in one of our next tutorials. Now, how about the pre-phase state? The pre-phase state is the phase that is active when the task hasn't started yet. The active phase state is active when the task is active, so between start and end date. And the post-phase state is the phase state that is active after the task has ended. Now, construction, when the task hasn't started yet, I would like to hide the linked entities. When the task is active, I would like to use a custom phase material, and those phase materials can be determined in this row. And let's change that from red to blue, for instance. As you can see, also in the Gantt chart, the color changes to blue because every task is linked to construction. In the post-phase state of construction, I would like to use the original material. So let's say if all those 5 fictional blocks would be constructed out of bricks, I would like to show the blocks in their original material when the task is ended. Demolition is actually the other way around. Demolition, when the task hasn't started yet, well, the block is still there. We haven't started with the demolition of that block, so I would like to show the original material. When the task is active, I would like to use the phase material and not yellow. I like demolition. Demolition is kind of green, so I would like to see that in green. And when the task is ended, when the demolition is complete, there is nothing to show anymore, so I would like to hide that entity. So let me quickly change the task types for those 2 blocks to demolition. Those are the blocks that will be demolished in the project. And as you can see directly, the color is also changed in our Gantt chart. Okay. So now our project is complete. We have created tasks, we have linked them to SketchUp entities, and we've selected the appropriate task types. Now in the next tutorial I will show you how to visualize your project in SketchUp.